Hello to all 600 plus of you. Woot! Yep, passed the 600 mark on the YouTube channel last week. So, yay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it very much. And if you haven't already subscribed, pretty please do so. I also have a Discord I'm still trying to work things out on, but you could just, it's in the description below. All my social media and stuff. If you want to connect that way, you can do that as well. I don't beg for that stuff in the beginning of all my videos because I keep forgetting, and two, I just feel silly doing it. But I'm like that thing. Well, if you wanna subscribe, I'm not gonna force you to do it. You can if you want. I'm just like whatever. That's up to you. I shouldn't have to tell you or beg you or coax you into doing any of that stuff. So yeah, I'll get that out of the way. Yeah, it's been a shitty week again. Oh no, she cussed. Oh my god. Yes, I have human emotions. Um, yeah, so same shit, different day. We'll see what happens tomorrow when I go into work, of course. Ugh, tire gate again. Trying to come home this afternoon, and some idiot was in the turn lane coming this way, and I needed to get into the turn lane behind them. Problem was, okay, so where this place sits, I have a turn. Our turn in was well behind where that truck was, and there was another street going a little kind of like here's the street, and further back was this other street going that direction. He wasn't anywhere near where that street was, and he's just sitting in the damn turn lane. I was like, I need to get over. So I got over, and I was like, crap, I'm too far back. So I could only back up so far. And I was sitting there trying to make my turn, and then here comes this car screaming this flipping direction. And I had to hurry up and turn, hit the curb, pop my tire. Because I didn't have a choice. It was either hit the curb or get hit by a car. I took the curb. Yeah, I hate this crap. Can't afford it, really. But whatever. Shit happens, and I'm going to deal with it tomorrow. So, yeah, that was fun. Anyway, I have no luck with tires, ever. And that was one of the ones I spent a crap ton of money on buying brand new. I'm not buying brand new tomorrow. No way. I still have to do my taxes. I meant to do that today, but that crap happened, and then it just put me in a mood. So anyway, that out the way. Still trying to get back into the flippin' saddle with music. I still need to work on that piano album. And it's been difficult. I got one track recorded. I just need to go through, comp it, and editing, and then get it sound like an awesome piano. My friend Keith is going to help me with that. Get it because he's got a whole bunch of different piano instrument plugins. I was like, I just have the one and some other ones that are good if it's like completely within a track. Those are fine. But being as it's by itself, I need something a little more grander, and the Grand Rhapsody isn't cutting it as far as like being a solo piano. So because there really aren't any good tutorials on how to make that sound like a rich and full, like concert grand piano, unfortunately. So. And all of them, all the ones that I was looking at were all like from forever ago, like 3-4 years ago. And it's like I'm trying to sit there and dial all this in, and it's just not working. So he's gonna get that track. I gotta get that track completed and then ship it off, and then he can send it back to me, and I can do all the fiddly extra stuff with it and mix it and get that one done out of, I think, 10. Can't remember how many I picked, and I know some of them are going to take forever to learn. Like Moonlight Sonata is going to take forever to learn. That section of Fur-Elise is just like 16th notes. Just take it a bar at a time. That's all you can do. Take it a bar, take it another bar, another one after that, and then get to a point where it's like, all right, let me play through and then play through these new bars that I just learned, and then go back and do it again. Learn the next set of bars, go back, play it all the way through, do it again. It's like some stuff I play with looking at the sheet music. They have to be really simple though. My sight reading, I can't sight read complicated scores. That's just not going to happen. I don't have that kind of training, and that's like something you would have to do when you're really young. But I didn't have access to anything like that. There was no money for a piano. There was no space for one either in that tiny little house I grew up in. And we didn't. The only thing we had was this tiny little, like I said, a Casio. I got a Casio for Christmas, and I think it was like 1985. And I didn't even think to try to learn how to play it. I was just like listening to Duran Duran and then hearing the synths, and then it's like, ooh, trying to figure it out. And it had this crappy little piano sound, and I remember learning part of Too Late Marlene. Ooh, deep dive right there from the Notorious album. Haha. And getting that part. The only thing I couldn't get was the chords. I couldn't figure out the damn chords. I could pick a note from it, but I didn't know anything about chords or any of that crap back when I was trying to learn that stuff. Because we didn't really, because the only music I'd played was the clarinet, and that's, oh shit, one staff. That's it, the treble clef. So it's like, I wasn't even thinking about like bass clef, treble clef, or anything. I was just like picking out sounds and trying to learn the final countdown every time it came on MTV or the radio, one of those. So yeah, that was fun. I wish I still had that Casio. No, it was hijacked, but I won't get into that. So yeah, it's not really a whole hell of a lot. I've been trying to screw around in Blender, trying to make my own avatar for Somnium Space, and I had issues. My armature rig, for some stupid reason, wouldn't work. I had some settings in on the armature plugin wrong, so all my how do I show this? Like, like it was just like sitting there, and it's like, you know how avatars like walk or whatever. It was just doing this. It was just gliding. It was just like on skates or something, gliding across the ground. The arms weren't moving. It was just standing at like it's like resting pose or whatever, and that was it. It wouldn't do anything, and I'm like, God damn it. So I figured it out, finally, got it set up, and then I took it into Unity, and then I was having issues with the stupid bone thing in there. It's like, oh, it's kept telling me I didn't have a left foot, and I'm like, yeah, I marked it as left foot. What the hell are you talking about? Looked at the little diagram, and the legs were all red, and I'm like, great, that's probably where the problem is. So I clicked on the little dot next to it, and then chose the correct armature, and then I took it into Somnium Space, and it worked. I was like, holy crap, it works. So yeah, I just need to work more with weight painting, because that's a pain in the ass. Blender, so much fun, but yet I'm surprised I'm not bald. Anyway, so that's fun. I want to make myself another character, because the one I have right now is from Ready Player Me, and I mean, I suppose I could like add some stuff to that character. Yeah, give her some, like, I don't know, a headband with things on it, boing boing boing. Put some like armature on that, if that's even possible. I'm not even sure, but we'll see. I just have to have time to do all that, and I got too much crap to do tomorrow. That's why I do videos on Monday, because Tuesday is a pain in the ass. Tuesdays are always busy, 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 and it's gonna be way busy tomorrow, because I'm not sure what time I'm getting up to. I gotta wait on a phone call before I go and get my tire fixed, replaced, whatever, because it's like, as it is now, I can't drive it. I had to get it jacked up a little bit to get the rim off the ground, but yeah, been a pain in the ass today. Oh well. Trying to think. Not much. Not much else going on. I'm working on mixing a track just to see what I can do with it. Um, yeah, in a Facebook group. So let's see. Trying to think what else. Is there anything else that went on that hasn't already been discussed, ranted, raved about last couple of weeks? Not that I can think of right now. Yeah, I haven't done those. I do need to get a new. I do need to make new intros and outros or whatever. I get kind of tired of looking at the same ones, and they're a little. The outro's a little too long. That fire, the fire that goes around the watch another video frame, it took forever to do, and it doesn't even look all that great either. So I was like a little irritated about that, but yeah, I gotta think about what I want to do with that. Yeah, and probably after I hit 100 of these, I'll change the intro image for Woot Wednesday. I mean, I love my 80s, but it's time to find something else. You know, why be all static and boring? It's the same thing over and over and over again. Let's do something different. I just have to find time to do it. Something that isn't obnoxious, because I keep looking up, like, making YouTube intros and outros in Blender and stuff, and a lot of them have, like, these strobe lighty. You've seen them, strobe lighty and obnoxious loud music effects, and it's like, yeah, no. I want to keep people there and not send them screaming into the hills. And oh yeah, tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm doing this on Monday. It's supposed to be extremely windy, and I mean, I heard it earlier. It was windy today, but when I was doing the production video earlier, I could hear the wind hitting the window that's right behind the computer. And I hope it doesn't end up being like it was that one day where it just sounded like a big force of wind just freaking hitting the window and not stopping. It was just constant. And I was afraid the windows were gonna like break. Because it was bad. I mean, it wasn't. It might have been at least 60 to 80 miles an hour right there, because I know somewhere it got clocked at like 100 miles an hour plus. And I'm like, I'm glad I'm not over there, because that would suck. And thankfully, that died down before I had to leave for work. I'm not going to be so lucky tomorrow. And it's like, if the wind plays hell like it did the last time, oh my God. Half the stoplights were out. Well, no. At least 98% of the stoplights were out. A lot of businesses, like the gas stations that I see or whatever on my drive in, their lights were out. They were completely in the dark, and that didn't get fixed until later on that evening. And some people were without power for about a week, and which was really crappy because it was still winter and cold. And it's like, come on, get the residents up first. Businesses can survive a little bit longer, but a lot of these people, like, they have young kids, or they have older people living there, or they are older people, and they need to have the heat and the electricity so they can be safe and secure. And it was just ridiculous how long it took to get the residential electricity back on in some places. It was just like, come on, get your shit together, you know? And if it didn't go down, the electricity didn't go out at my work, because if it did, I would have, upon arriving at the building that I work in, I would have heard the huge generators. Those suckers are loud. I think I told this story before, but I was sitting outside waiting to go in to clock in. And there was like a thunderstorm, and I saw a bolt of lightning look like it hit close to the building 4. I was parked, and building 4 is like right there. I saw the lightning, and then I started hearing this really loud noise. And those were the generators. And then my area, work area, was completely dark. The elevators worked, but the lights were off on them. Anything that was not a critical function was shut down. All the anything that required to be on, the generators took care of until for about an hour until that power came back on over there. So yeah, I was like sitting out in the hallway by the time clock, can't clock in. Dude trying to freaking use the time clock, and I'm like, the power's off. And he still tried to sit there and mess with the time clock, and I'm like, I have no patience for stupidity. So I sat there for an hour waiting to go to work. Of course, it was on a Saturday. What else is new? Yeah, my Saturdays are my Fridays. Ugh. But yeah, there's not much. Like I said, not much. Tire gate. At least it's starting to get warmer outside. Except overnight, it's still gonna get into like the 20s and 30s, and I'm like sick and tired of dragging my winter coat everywhere I go. And I'm like, ugh, at night. I'm like, I just wish I could just leave it at home because it's huge. It gets in the way. Try to put the seatbelt on. The pockets are like got my hat in one side, my gloves that I don't ever wear really in the other one. The seatbelt's over it, and it gets in the way of the seatbelt, so you have to move it out of the way, and it's fucking annoying. But anyway, I digress. I've been blathering on for about 16 minutes now. Am I ever gonna win? Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, how was your last 7 days? Let me know in the comments section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.